Get help. See a therapist because you need it badly. What is wrong with people? Why would you do that?
Think with kindness before you speak because you don't know how your words can affect somebody.
Why are you going onto TikTok and making a huge issue out of something that the brand has already sorted out for you? In a recent video I named Watch Out for These Shady Brands, I touched on the brand GLAMLITE. For those of you who don't know, GLAMLITE is an indie makeup brand who you may know for their numerous IP collections, intellectual property collections, including most Halloween themed movies, Kellogg's, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and it's quite an extensive list. It goes on. They have done a lot of like licensed collections. And in that video, we discussed a situation. We discussed a few brands, but we discussed a situation specifically with GLAMLITE that was happening mainly over on TikTok, where a customer had been sent some items from GLAMLITE that they ordered from TikTok Shop. For those of you who don't know, that's TikTok's in-app shopping platform. I know some of you aren't on TikTok, and they weren't impressed, the customer, to say the least, with the products that arrived. These were the GLAMLITE dessert lip kits. These lip kits included lip gloss that unfortunately arrived to the buyer almost empty, the ones that they ordered from TikTok Shop. In my video that I did, we discussed a few different things, and to be honest, from the videos that we watched within that video that the customer uploaded, it made GLAMLITE out to be super shady practices. And honestly, again, in my mind, I'm like, wow, why would a brand behave like this? When I saw it, I was like, this is not the way to deal with this situation. And you can see in the video, I'm less than impressed as like a lot of people would. So I would recommend going to watch that video. I'll link it in the description box down below, otherwise you won't really know what I'm talking about, and in the pinned comment. And I'll leave a timestamp on screen so you can get right to that point. After that video went live, GLAMLITE actually reached out to me. In fact, Giselle herself, the CEO and founder of GLAMLITE, reached out to me over on Instagram to give me her side of the story with screenshots and more factual information, let's say. And I have to say, it all adds up. It makes more sense looking at her side of the story. It would appear as though the TikToker user who originally posted the negative reviews of the lip kits, in my opinion, may have been telling some lies, exaggerating the story. I mean, it's TikTok. All they want over there is to go viral and get as many views as they can, especially if they have nothing else to offer as a creator, right? Don't mean to be harsh. So what I want to do is take a look at the things that Giselle sent to me herself. And I believe their press team sent them to other people who talk about in the videos, just to clear up some of the misinformation that was said in that video. I also asked all of you, I said on my community tab, I said, they've reached out to me, do you want their side of a story? And listen, I just want to say this before we go into it. Lesson learned from me, I'm going to reach out to the brand next time I talk about a situation like this, because it is so easy to take this information as factual and just be like, wow, that's really, really disappointing. But Giselle was very nice, very much like, this is my side of a story. Actually, I'll read it to you. Okay, let's get into it. And I've also asked as well if it's okay for me to share everything that she sent to me, and she said absolutely. So this is the message that they sent to me initially. It says, "Hi Robert, we hope this finds you well. We're reaching out to follow up on our Instagram DM regarding the false..." Instagram DM? I didn't see one. I wonder if they DM'd me or something else. Oh, they did reach out to me by email. That's what they meant. Maybe that's what they meant. Regarding the false narrative circulating about our recently launched dessert lip kits. While we released a statement some weeks back to address the allegations, we understand it hasn't reached everyone yet, so we'd like to provide some clarity here. I did actually unfollow the brand because of the story, so I didn't see it. The customer in question purchased our dessert lip kit bundle and expressed dissatisfaction, claiming her products contained very sparse amounts. This was the first time in our brand's history that we've encountered an issue related to product fills. Nevertheless, we responded to her concerns the same day within 1.5 hours of receiving her message. We immediately apologized and offered a refund. Additionally, we refunded at least 2 other orders she had placed and allowed her to keep all the items as a gesture of goodwill. Despite our efforts to resolve her concerns, the customer began posting dedicated videos. So what I'm getting here is they refunded it, they did everything they could to help, and then the person on TikTok started to make content from there. So it wasn't like she made this content because no one would respond. She didn't make this content because no one was listening to her. They had fixed the issue. The customer began posting dedicated videos, hateful comments on our posts, and negative reviews. Negative reviews, it's fine to post. Hateful comments, is a whole other thing. In our attached statement, we clarify that TikTok Shop sellers cannot remove negative reviews due to TikTok Shop's guidelines. The original poster claimed that GLAMLITE were deleting negative reviews. I had no idea that was a thing, and I said in the video before, I was like, you shouldn't be able to delete reviews, that's really strange. Turns out they weren't, because you actually can't. We have included screenshots of our response in addition to our correspondence with a customer. As you can imagine, the situation has been disheartening for us. While manufacturing defects can occasionally occur in large-scale production, it's unfortunate when these issues are framed as intentional wrongdoing. In reality, we took swift action to address her concerns and make things right. Previously, we have encountered a similar situation involving another esteemed YouTuber, Yellow Tim, I don't know who that is, but I'll look it up, who clarified the actual events after discovering the fabricated narrative presented by this individual. For your reference, we have included a video link. Okay, I'll leave that down below for you as well. We appreciate your commitment to keeping your audience informed, especially as it pertains to the integrity of the brands they're shopping. We wanted to connect with you to share our side of the story and help clear up any misinformation. Thank you so much for your time. Let me just say something about this message. First of all, thank you to GLAMLITE for being so nice about it. I do understand that I am very passionate about makeup. I'm very passionate about the way the industry plays with people's money. I'm very passionate about brands not thinking they're above people. And in the original situation, I read this as a brand taking people's money and not giving a shit, basically, and trying to cover their tracks. So I did have a preconceived idea of, I guess the owner, of Giselle, but that was cleared up for me. So thank you to GLAMLITE for coming in not so hot and being like, listen, you fuck, we're gonna take down that video, we're gonna take it to court. I think it's so important to keep people informed on what they're buying, what they like. I'm being constantly asked about brands, what I think about them. So when you hear things like this, you're like, that brand does not deserve people's customers, basically, in general, if they're gonna act like this. And I know I come in hot, I know I come in passionate. I thought I had the full story. And I do have to say as well, Giselle herself posted a video, was it TikTok or Instagram? I think I saw it on Instagram. No, someone sent it to me actually, of the things that people had been saying to her about this whole situation, right? I know we shouldn't be surprised by how awful people are. And when you become a brand owner, when you become a YouTuber, when you become whatever, you become somewhat of a public figure. And you expect to be open to criticism and open to videos being made about you, posts being made about you, Reddit threads being made about you. And sometimes you just have to turn the other cheek or do what Giselle did here in this case and say, actually, we appreciate what you're doing for your followers, but listen, here's the truth, you know what I mean? However, what is completely unnecessary, and in my heart of hearts, I want to say I know none of you would do because I feel like you are sound of mind, but who knows? I know people hate what people do, but what's completely unnecessary is sending somebody death threats because somebody received a partially empty lip gloss because of a manufacturing fault. But it's heartbreaking. I'll be honest with you, it's not good. I mean, she's done a good job. I'm saying what she's saying is heartbreaking. People are sending her death threats because of empty lip glosses, partially empty lip glosses, saying they are going to kill her, burn things down. I'll play it here for you.
Death threats over makeup. Let that sink in. Death threats over makeup. The past month, my life has been literally a living hell. I've honestly felt like I lost my passion for creating makeup. Like when I first started my brand, it was all about sharing my love for creating products and building a community. And never did I think that the community that I love so much and the platform that I worked so hard to build suddenly will become the place where I dread logging into. Something happened that I've never experienced. I've been here on social media for almost 10 years with my brand from when I used to sell selfie lights. I've never in my life have seen something like this. Within minutes, we were getting flooded with death threats in the comments, in the messages. People were like, we know where you work. We're going to come to your warehouse. We're going to kill you and your team. It was literally some of the most disgusting messages I've ever seen in my life. And in that moment, I did something that most brands shouldn't do, most brands are not allowed to do, and that is we turn off our comments. And it's because a lot of people forget that behind these brands and behind these pages, there's real people. Like, I'm always on my phone 24/7. I can see every comment, every message that comes in. I bring my daughter to work with me. So imagine seeing comments saying, oh, we're going to come and kill you. We're going to kill your team. We know where you work. And your address is available to the public. We ship out of our location. Tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people have our addresses. It's crazy because when you have a bad day at work, what do you usually do? You clock out, you leave. For me, I never get the privilege of clocking out. So it was like, for the first time ever, this was me clocking out. I turned off our mentions. I turned off our comments. And in that moment, my biggest regret was not being brave enough to stand up for myself, to stand up for my brand at that moment. And literally just all I had to do was just post the screenshots that showcase that customer service made it right within an hour, a little bit less over an hour. And it's crazy because by me remaining silent, I allowed so many people to run off with this narrative. GLAMLITE's so shady. All GLAMLITE had to do was issue a refund. I still couldn't fathom the idea of how many hateful, negative comments were coming in. And that's why I made the decision to completely block her friends or anyone affiliated to her that was participating in this, because I believe in spreading kindness. I'm all about making things right, but there is no need to be unkind. The beauty community is so much more than this. It should never come down. Look, I'm gonna have a conversation with you guys. It should never come down to you sending anyone hate threats over lip glosses. These are lip glosses. Our company doesn't sell. We're not out here. We're not a medical company. We're not selling cures to diseases. We sell lip glosses and colorful shadows. In the past 13 months, we've sold over 612,000 lip kits. 19,238 of them were from the dessert lip kits. And to be completely honest, we had 7 people that came forward that week to express issues that even though they absolutely loved the formula, they loved the lip liners, their gloss was less than full. So we went to the back, we did quality control, we spoke to our manufacturers. Because the percentage of faulty lip glosses was so small, it became nearly impossible for us to find any additional ones, which is why all 7 people that reached out to us automatically got a refund, automatically got an apology, and we made it right by them. But the saddest part of the situation is that we were never given the benefit of the doubt. It literally took one viral video exposing us as shady and trying to fraud customers and blocking someone, and the whole internet just ran with it. And they thought it was okay to send us and bombard us with hate. And that's the part that breaks my heart, because I've always tried to lead my brand with kindness. Like, literally just a few weeks before everything happened with that situation, we had gifted $50,000 worth of products to customers, and we hadn't even announced it on social media. Even the past month and a half, we've dedicated the entire brand to just giving back, and that's what we usually do every holiday season. And like I said, this time for me, it has something to do with the profits. It no longer has to do anything with the brand. I got destroyed emotionally inside. That part of me that wakes up in the morning excited to create content, to create products, that part was taken from me. And I'm not even faking it. When you're a brand owner, there's no room for mistakes. Everything you do will be highlighted to the public, and you are automatically portrayed as this monster. And people forget that we are humans just like you behind cameras. We are people that are running a business for the first time, that some of us don't have any business experience. And it's like, I look back at that situation and I was like, what more could I have done? I literally opened up my phone and I see someone saying, we're coming to your warehouse and we're going to end your life. And it's crazy because I bring my daughter here to work, and it's like, how do you continue with that? Like, this over a lip gloss. Like, I didn't even know how to tell my daughter, I can't even bring you to work this week because I don't know who could come here. And someone even took it so far that I actually had my daughter's birthday that weekend, same day that this whole situation is going on. And someone decided to impersonate me and text one of my team members, pretending to be me, trying to find out where we were at so they can come after us. And then it's like, of course, I'm going to turn off the comments. Of course, I'm going to protect whatever little sanity we have as a team and as a mom, as a person. But nobody ever saw that. All everybody saw was a brand turn off their comments. You're automatically guilty. You're automatically shady. Whatever you're being accused of is true because you wouldn't turn off your brand. You wouldn't turn off your comments. You wouldn't turn off your mentions if you weren't guilty or hiding something. And it's crazy because I was so scared and I was more in survival mode and I was no longer thinking about the brand. The last thing on my mind was defending myself. That's the reason why I didn't announce anything. I didn't share the screenshots until weeks later because I was just trying to survive. And that's the part that the internet does not see. So all I'm asking, and the whole purpose of this video, I don't care about clearing up my name. I don't care about clearing up the situation. All I'm asking for is, whether it's on this platform or a new platform, try to show a little bit of more grace. Think with kindness before you speak because you don't know how your words can affect somebody. Lead with kindness. Be a better person. And that's what I try to be every day. And I'm hoping that if you get anything from this video, I hope that you learned that there are human beings behind these videos that you see. And social media, for some of us, it's our job. And the same way you get stressed out with work, you have hard days, we do too. But we don't deserve that kind of hate. Nobody deserves to wake up to hundreds of messages telling them to die over a lip gloss. That's what I'm going to say.
If you are ever in the position where you are at home and you see somebody complaining about a brand, right? And your first thought is, I am going to message the owner of that brand, threaten their life, get help, get fucking help because you are fucked up in the brain. See a therapist because you need it badly. What is wrong with people? Why would you do that? Holding people accountable isn't scaring them and threatening them and threatening their lives. Like, what? Actually, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get a grip on your whole fucking life. Let's start with GLAMLITE's statement. Can I just say something? Can I highlight the font here? I'm gonna have to highlight it. Can I just say something? Brands, and if you work in like advertising or something like that, I can't read this because I'm dyslexic, and white writing, everyone's dyslexia is different, but white writing on black, I cannot read. So I have to do this. So apologies for the highlight here. Okay, it says, hello Glam fam. We are aware of the concerns raised regarding our dessert lip kits and want to share our perspective directly. On the 12th of the 9th at approximately 1:42 p.m, a customer reached out to our customer service team about concern regarding their lip kits. Upon receiving the message at 3:40 p.m, the customer was offered a full refund and an immediate apology within minutes. They have the screenshots attached as well. We want to dismantle the false narrative that has been circulating claiming that a refund was only offered after the customer's video went viral. That's what we were thinking, right? Additionally, the customer was notified that refunds were approved for 2 additional orders that were still in transit to the customer as a kind gesture. The very next day, the customer posted a video claiming that we deleted their negative review. To address the misinformation, TikTok shop sellers cannot remove product reviews. Within minutes of this video being posted, we were immediately flooded with hundreds of hateful comments and direct messages from fake accounts, which included death threats, hate speech, doxing, etc. And they have a few screenshots of that as well. One unknown individual took matters too far and impersonated our CEO and sent a text message to a GLAMLITE team member, Jesus, with unknown motives. While we respect all feedback, we will not tolerate hateful language on our platforms. For this reason, multiple users were removed, not to silence concerns, but because hate speech and harmful behavior have no place in our community. Despite the user being removed, we want to clarify that this did not impact their ability to contact us through customer service. Throughout the entire exchange, we maintained kind and professional communication via the customer service chat for several days. So as we can see, a video was sent to a customer service team and it said, hi there, we are truly sorry for this. We will share this with our QC team for review. In the meantime, please submit a refund return request. This way we can issue a full refund and our QC team can evaluate the products. Great. You're getting a refund. But this is some of the comments I received. Your products belong in dollar store. You guys suck. Scamming ass motherfuckers too. Nasty as fuck. Dookie booty products. All your models look like they're on crack. You wouldn't even sell out even if your products were at a dollar store. Stanky ass product, stanky ass business. That sounds terrible in an English accent. Sick faces, go eat honey bun. Go eat a honey bun. What the fuck is that? Think, oh my god, are both things you can get in vending machines. I fucking love them. Think about life and fix your goddamn business. Think about life. And this, somebody else's empty lip gloss, convince you to send this, and you said, think about your life. When someone else says, I know where you bum bitches work, all of you are going to die for scamming. Someone here says, bitch. There was also a comment that the original poster made, the customer saying that they actually even removed the bundle because they just were getting so many negative reviews, they couldn't delete them all, that they just took it down just to hide everything. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, that's too far. That's really fucking too far. However, GLAMLITE say, to address the allegation that the bundle was removed in an attempt to hide her reviews, the bundle the customer referred to was part of our Black Friday / Cyber Monday flash sale, and was removed as scheduled, not as a reaction to reviews. Both the bundle and the individual listings for our dessert lip kits are currently sold out. However, the reviews remain accessible on the listing as of now. Our store holds a 4.8 star rating across a 52,584 reviews, with 1,300 being negative. We have not, nor will we ever, single out or target the reviews of any individual user. To date, we have sold over 600,000 lip kits this year, and the time of our initial response. This was the first report we received regarding a fill issue. Since then, a handful of additional customers have reported a similar concern, all of whom were promptly issued apologies and refunds upon contacting us. Despite the handful of complaints out of tens of thousands of orders of a dessert lip kit shipped, we still take this matter extremely seriously. In full transparency, we have made the decision to postpone our upcoming restock to allow our manufacturer additional time to conduct additional quality control inspections. No brand is perfect, but we remain committed to addressing issues fairly and promptly. At GLAMLITE, our mission has always been to deliver high-quality products at an affordable price, and that will never change. Please remember that behind our brand are real people, so we kindly ask for respect and understanding, even when concerns arise about your order. As 2024 comes to a close, we want to express our heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering support. This holiday season, we have already gifted over $50,000 worth of complimentary products to give back to our amazing community. We hope this gesture reflects the true spirit of what GLAMLITE represents, wishing you all the joy and warmth this holiday season. We also have a screenshot from a customer service chat. Doesn't show any refund on my end. Refunds can take a while. People know this, right? When a brand refunds you, it isn't straight into your bank, right? Depends who you bank with. It says good morning and the name of the person. The refunds were processed by us yesterday. Within a few hours of receiving your message, it was our way of making things right to you. TikTok usually takes 3 to 4 business days to process a refund and deposit the funds into your account. We will send you a screenshot of a confirmation for your records. All three orders were refunded, including the ones in transit. Do you have an email address where we can send you the refund confirmation for all 3 orders? You do not need to return the items. We hope you enjoy them. Here is an added thing on top. We maintained a polite attitude throughout this entire exchange, even days later, because we believe kindness and doing what is right by customers is the most important. They showed us this earlier about the customer service chat, and under here the person responds, I have another set coming that I ordered in a different account, and I hope it's not a case for those as well. How do I return the item? I've just submitted a request and will have to pay for shipping. This was an issue that was sorted before it became a viral thing on TikTok. Why are you going onto TikTok and making a huge issue out of something that the brand has already sorted out for you? Like, oh, they sent me this is disgusting. Yeah, it's frustrating that you got a faulty product. Absolutely, I get that. But to cause such hysteria when the brand have already said, we're really sorry, we're going to refund you, and the ones you have coming, have those on us. That's absolutely fine. This is down to the need and the want to go viral, no matter if you're giving the wrong information, even when you're the person on the inside who knows what's happening. How are you going to put out this information about a brand and it be a lie? I get maybe if it was an incorrect thing, maybe she had made a mistake, maybe she had missed some emails or something like that, but this is just straight up lying and making a big deal out of something that actually the brand has fixed for you already and has shown you. It's fine to get on TikTok and be like, I've received these products, they aren't great, they're half empty, you know what, GLAMLITE have said they're going to refund me. I'm going to keep them, but just a warning. You know what I mean? But to get online and be like, oh, this is this, GLAMLITE aren't doing anything. They're deleting reviews. They're doing all this when they have helped you and solved your issue. You haven't spent any money, they're refunding you. Then that looks shit on you, and it should do as well. So if that person's watching, don't fucking do that. You have made this huge thing, and everyone believed you. Everyone was like, this is terrible. Everyone was on your side. Because this beauty industry, we are very quick to be like, everyone's doing stuff wrong. Everyone's trying to take money from people. You know what I mean? Everyone was on your side, but you're a fucking liar. Sorry to be, you know, intense about it, but you're lying. Everything's been fixed for you. Giselle, thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you so much for giving me the factual information and being so kind and being so polite. You absolutely did not have to. And for me, next time, I'm actually going to reach out to the brand and make sure that they have an opportunity to give us the other side of a story when we don't have one from them or when I haven't seen one from them. Because this could have been very much a, oh, but this happened, but this is what happened kind of situation, you know? All right, thank you so much for joining me. Please do consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon.